You may not know it, but every time you use a search engine, visit a social media site, interact with ads, make an online purchase, or click a selection button, you are being micro-targeted. Seems minute to some, but for Donald Trump, this may have very well been the big key to his 2016 election win, and it seems this is the way the bulk of future campaigns are headed. Micro-targeting is made possible through big data, so we'll start there. Everyday use of data could be GPS, uploading documents, television or streaming, and social media. Our population uploads 55 million pictures, 340 million tweets, and 1 billion documents daily. In total, we produce 2.5 quintillion bytes a day. That's a ton of data. Companies can then use this data to figure out how to best appeal to clients. Broken down, time spent on social media differs across each platform. On average, YouTube consumes over 40 minutes a day, Facebook 35, Snapchat 25, Instagram 15, and finally, Twitter with 1. Over the course of an average lifespan, a person will spend about 5 years and 4 months of their life scrolling through social media, which is why big data is such a big deal. So, how is it used? To process big data, people work with the cloud, an endless network of normal servers, and powerful algorithms. This allows the analyzation of over 1 million pieces of data in just minutes. Using the experimental psychology ocean model allows companies like Cambridge Analytica to figure out what messages would resonate with certain audiences, based off of big data collected from these individuals. Number 1, openness. These people enjoy new experiences and are open to new ideas and emotion. They like to take adventure as it comes. Number 2, conscientiousness. This type of person prefers plan and order. They are disciplined and responsible and tend to be very organized. Number 3, extroversion. These people are fueled by interaction. They do best in environments with a lot of socialization. They like parties, having fun, and a lot of talking. Number 4, agreeableness. Highly agreeable people tend to put others' needs before their own. They are helpful and care about other people's well-being.
Are you in need of any assistance today, sir?
No.
I could help you cross the street.
No.
I could help you cross your yard.
No.
I could help you cross your porch.
No.
Well, I gotta help you cross something.
Number 5, neuroticism. These people are very reactive. They tend to get easily stressed out and frustrated with daily tasks. They are more prone to anxiety, anger, and depression. From the use of big data comes micro-targeting. Consumer data is used to influence an individual's thoughts or actions. Every search and click determines what you will see. But what does it look like politically? The communication spectrum has shifted away from largely mass-produced messages towards a strong micro-targeted level of communication, which has shifted the way campaigns are run. This is where psychographics comes to play. Say the candidate wants to push an ad about gun control. Through big data research, the campaign can figure out a way to form these ads based on personalities found in a particular demographic. The following sums up an example given by Cambridge Analytica at the Concordia Summit in 2016.
By having hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Americans undertake this survey, we were able to form a model to predict the personality of every single adult in the United States of America. So how does this impact marketing and communications in elections? For a primary, the Second Amendment might be a popular issue amongst the electorate. If you know the personality of the people you're targeting, you can nuance your messaging to resonate more effectively with those key audience groups. So, for a highly neurotic and conscientious audience, you're going to need a message that is rational and fear-based or emotionally based. In this case, the threat of a burglary and the insurance policy of a gun is very persuasive. Conversely, for a closed and agreeable audience, these are people who care about tradition and habits and family and community. This could be the grandfather who taught his son to shoot and the father who will in turn teach his son. Obviously, talking about these values is going to be much more effective in communicating your message.
Sure, this is fascinating, but when it comes to turning profit or receiving votes, are these methods ethical? Take Luxottica, a company that owns 80% of the eyewear market. Some of their brands include Burberry, DKNY, Chanel, Coach, Oakley, Ray-Ban, and Polo. However, they also own retailers such as LensCrafters, Sears, and Target Optical. Most of their stock is manufactured in the same factory, producing little difference between their glasses frames. The only difference? Brand name. Through big data research, Luxottica can figure out which consumers are willing to pay the higher price for a brand name product as opposed to someone who is looking to spend less. The ads are sent out to those prospective customers. They can sell their glasses for as little or as much as they want because even though their products are essentially the same, their targeted audiences are different. Different price, same product. The same philosophy is applied on the political spectrum. A person's personality drives their behavior, and their behavior drives their vote. Essentially, through using this technology, a political party is matching its message to the specific interests and vulnerabilities of these voters. Not everyone is aware that their information is being used to influence a political party agenda. Just maybe, not everyone wants to have an influx of political ads during election season. Take the Facebook scandal, for example. In a nutshell, Cambridge Analytica, a UK-based political data analytics firm, illicitly procured the data of 50 million Facebook users without their knowledge or consent, and then enlisted that information to inform voter targeting strategies for Donald Trump's presidential campaign. Much like Henrietta Lacks cells were used without her consent and ended up aiding doctors in finding cures that have positively affected millions of people's information is being used to affect one campaign. In both cases, the effects are positive, but without clear explanation and consent, it just seems ethically wrong. Henrietta wasn't compensated for her immortalized HeLa cells that are arguably the most important cell lines in medical research, and I sure as heck haven't been compensated for all my data that helped Trump win his campaign. The bottom line is that no one can answer whether it is ethical to micro-target. If you own a social media account or surf the internet, you are voluntarily opening your virtual self up to these situations. Don't be dumb. Turn on privacy mode and be sure to read about where your information is going and who will have access to use it.